My name is Konstance Patton. I'm an artist. I come from a family of artists in Detroit. I've been in New York for 16 years. Right now I'm really inspired by women and aesthetic, beauty, adornment, that, and but also like old symbols like the third eye or the first eye, and grounding them into like present day, like what would these goddesses look like? They be smoking blunts, you know, tobacco, hoop earrings, you know, septum rings, like really grounding those two ideas because it's something so timeless. Also like representing the aspects of different women that I know, different women in my life or women I've met or that I admire. That's what I really love about the Goddess Project. I've been working on it for like probably 20 years absentmindedly, and then in the last 5 years when I really started to focus on that and naming them. I went into the streets to put my art up, honestly, to get out the house first. It wasn't even like super deep. It was, of course, everything had shut down because people had time for it. So everyone was upset. All types of people were showing up. All types of people were protesting. And it was crazy. It was scary, man. I just remember hearing that there were like riots in Brooklyn and in the city. And I'm like, what? Like, that seems impossible. It seems impossible. But when I got down here, it was in the morning, the week of the 18th of June, that Sunday, it might have been the 20th, like I'm not exactly sure, but that's the first day I showed up. And the day I showed up on Broadway, there were literally boards on every single window and door all over SoHo. There was like 100%, like not even kidding, 100%. I met a lot of the artists and we ended up organizing to, first we just were hanging, like it wasn't really, like I said, it wasn't even that deep because we were just trying to get out the house first. But as, you know, basically I just showed up every single day after that because it was like I can come outside and plus I could do something that's healing for the people. The first piece I did, it was healing for me. Like it was so great to be painting again because I didn't actually want to paint. It wasn't like 2020 hit, everything closed down and then I was like, oh, creativity. No, I was like literally like, oh God, I can't even cry. Like my greatest anxiety happened and like I guess I survived it, but I didn't feel that creative push until coming out here that day and seeing the other artists out here painting. It was like super inspiring. So I did the first piece and after that a guy invited me down to Mercer Street because there were other boards. So I was like, okay. I asked other artists like, yo, y'all want to come? It's like more boards around the corner because Broadway was pretty much taken up. Of course, Broadway. So the next day I went and then again I saw artists' works up on the block. So I was like, okay, this is like a safe block. I'm gonna go here, put up a piece. The next day I turned the corner and then I ended up putting about 10 pieces up on Mercer and I met actually my whole crew on July 4th. That's when I met the rest of the guys that I ended up working with. We're the SoHo Renaissance Factory. That's the collective that we built. But we just were hanging out and kind of identifying blocks that had a lot of boards. So we saw, for instance, like the corner of Grand and Crosby, we painted the whole, like we just painted all the boards that wrapped around the whole corner. And it was so crazy because it looked abandoned, like everything looked abandoned. But now that the boards are down, you see some things open, it's like, it's a glitzy, like perfumeria, you know, and all this stuff. But at that time, you just saw kind of people trying to figure it out. Like everyone lost their jobs on one day. My friends all work service industry and like everyone lost their jobs from that Friday to Monday, pretty much. And then some people kind of held on for a little while and then we're getting paid more in unemployment than going and picking up shifts for $40. So, you know, in the meantime, we were just out here painting and supporting the protests. I saw probably 20 protests walk by me personally. And then we ended up just kind of organizing with community members, with community businesses, and trying to figure out how to build something that has longevity and not just like something that was summer. It could have been that too, like all day, like a really cute summer. Okay, cool. But we have opportunity to really build something out that we can leave. Like we can leave it better than we found it. So that's that's why I love SoHo. That's why I love street art. I do it for the city. It's like for the people.